ativo e conectado à terra, nos preparamos para o que vier. E se você ainda não conseguir o objetivo dessa oficina, você se permitir brincar, conecte-se e caminhe entre esses ecossistemas, estire-se nesta grama seca, deite-se no chão e se suje. Aprenda com os espinhos da grama, pois eles também pertencem às pradarias. Aprenda que o seu corpo movimenta-se no ar, que o sol ativa nossas células e desperta nossa pele. E sinta-se amado nesta oficina. Você ganha aquilo que dá. Você paga o que pode, recebe mais do que concede, e no fim, pode levar isto para casa. Deixe o solo se tornar uma parte de você. Deixe a Mãe Terra te capturar, te surpreender, te corrigir e te ensinar tudo de uma só vez. Então, agradeça da maneira que souber. E de uma maneira boa, estamos aprendendo a sempre estarmos abertos. Bem-vindos à oficina. Muito bem, vamos lá. Realmente um jogo de palavras maravilhosas que funciona em todas as duas línguas. Os juízes estão prontos, vou contar até 3 e vocês revelam suas notas. Muito bem, 8.7, 9.5 e 9.0, notas maravilhosas. Isso é realmente muito bom. E agora, esse é competitivo, o Slam, Poetry Slam competitivo indígena, e nós estamos indo para a outra fronteira dos homens para que a gente possa também chegar até os nossos, indo além das fronteiras e chegando até os nossos amigos no hemisfério sul. Agora nós vamos à primeira rodada. É realmente uma poeta maravilhosa da nação Mohawk, e realmente trabalha com as palavras de uma maneira maravilhosa. Vamos lá.
Mohawk Nation and Wolf Clan mother, rocking the words in a righteous way. Take it away, Gasaneo.
I am difficult to love. I am something like a thunderstorm, loud and scary, but you can't help but admire my beauty, bend to my power, and dance in my glory. I am Indigenous woman, and I am difficult to love. Body embedded with the stories of women before me, the weight heavy like broken bones, hearts never tended to, and I can't help but wonder if we would argue like this, if we both spoke Ganyangeha, if the words would still feel like knives, and I want to speak to you without causing you pain, but I don't know how to do that yet. Just like my mother and grandmother and most women in my family, I struggled being vulnerable, birthed out of fear of not surviving because nice women are taken advantage of. My skin is soft and smooth, sweet to the kiss, hearts pulsating. I move like water through, under, over, and will find every crack for survival, and I am difficult to love. No idea how to make a home or love back gently, and I never hated you, but I was angry. Angry that you watched me drown, angry that our land was being stolen, angry that I always had to be concerned for our children because raising Indigenous children so they don't die, aren't killed, know what it means to have those squinty eyes and brown skin, the glory, the love, the safety concerns is exhausting. And it never left much room for me and you, and it feels impossible to be a soft place when you are a rock, I never quite figured that one out. And I'm Indigenous woman, and I sit with the moon, lay tobacco for the plants. I literally sing to corn in sexy sundresses and rubber boots, covered in mud, skin soaking up the sun, and digging in gardens to plant my love because oftentimes it is the only place that feels safe. I am like thunderstorm, heavy rain, washing away, cleansing. I am like water. I move through, under, over, and will find every crack for survival. And I am Indigenous woman, and I am difficult to love, but I am worth it.
9.3, 9.6, 9.3. Muito bem, são notas maravilhosas. Muito bem, se vocês gostarem da nossa música, essa é a nossa DJ, vamos lá. E vamos ter mais DJ hoje. Depois do primeiro round desses poetas, vamos continuar com o primeiro round. Agora, primeiro poema de Jennifer Alicia Murray. Jennifer Alicia também está representando. Jennifer é uma queer, originalmente de Bay of Islands, na Newfoundland. Vamos lá, Jennifer Alicia. Eles querem saber o porquê.
Jennifer is a queer, mixed Mi'kmaq storyteller, originally from the Bay of Islands in Newfoundland. Take it away, Jennifer Alicia Murin.
They ask me why I'm so angry. I tell them I am angry because I love myself. My body is of the dirt of the earth and the morning dew that glistens on our rocky beaches. I tell them I am a reflection of the... Oh, fuck. Here we go. I'm just gonna start again without stopping the recording, if that's okay. Okay. They ask me why I'm so angry. I tell them I am angry because I love myself. My body is of the dirt of the earth and the morning dew that glistens on our rocky beaches. I tell them I am a reflection of my homelands and ask, if land was stolen, how much of my life is valued? I am an extension of my family, my community, my nation, the land, all of creation, and I love fiercely. I tell them this is a century-old storm and it can no longer be contained. Do not make the mistake of telling me my rage is not welcome. I wasn't asking for permission. We are in a constant state of boundaries being broken, just like the treaties. We know there's no consent in colonialism. It's happening right here, right now, coast to coast in this nice place called Canada. They tell me they can't help what their ancestors have done. Tell me to leave the past in the past while crumbles of Thanksgiving dinner falls out of their mouths, and all I want to tell them is to stuff it. I tell them I am angry because I'm exhausted from clenching my fists. It was only recently, while the world slowed down, that I truly had the space to check in with myself, and I realized that most of my life, my body has been tense. We are constantly negotiating safety in a society that wants us to be productive citizens or dead. If I can carry all of this trauma, then I also carry resilience. I'm descendant of dignified ancestors who now speak through me, rippling through frequencies to make ears bleed. This rage is not my own to hold. I tell them I am striving to be a good ancestor. I am not afraid to light the match and watch it all go up in flames, burn the paternalistic politic regime to the ground and watch all the crown clowns go up in smoke. I'm responsible to speak up, speak out, and keep speaking on it until all that there is left from my rage is love. They ask me why I'm so angry. How could you not be?
43, e os juízes mostrem suas notas, 1, 2, 3, opa, 9.4, 9.5 e 9.0, muito bem, muita generosidade, realmente. Agora nós temos o nosso próximo poema, poema número 5, Juan Santiago. Juan Santiago é um indígena tutanáqueo, é um escritor mexicano e ele escreve para tornar visível a situação das pessoas da sua origem dentro que moram nas grandes cidades. Vamos lá, Juan Santiago.
Juan Santiago Telis. Juan Santiago is indigenous Tutanacu Mexican writer. And in his writing, he makes visible the situations experienced by people who migrate from the countryside into the city. Take it away, Juan Santiago Telis.
Shlakan kinta maktil kinti yatkan. Kinta kuwini. Ya kinta mashkil sastita kuwini. Apellidos. A fuerza shaltatiahlawi. Shaltatiahlawan costumbre. Kinta pasnas ashishtakan paktinta tlawa. Nakiltun, yatikaw nakakiwin, ikchanlin kintalsikan yatukxanawta walkin lasatan. Pasakashkiltamakuyapkata, shakan shakin manukutun na religión kan. Pero tatu ikaw, tatukin makpashika, yakin tawanil serrero. Indio, shakin makawanikutun yat achichiwinal titzoknun. Tintita shakin masuni ashni ikasnak puskatat. Kintata kiwanit oksha, kachiwina chiluwan, chuntaduwan, na machokshiyan, tatu kachiwina kintachiwinkan, chuuta akchaan limin, chuntatawatuwan kata. Pero lakating kiltamaku iklakawalyat, siya iakatashkatide kimaknititeke. Diwangkas ni tutuhnun na kishnohot, de kintachiwinkan. Chuahkatzin tinkit, ikatzilak mima, yatak ama, ikatzikekinan, kewushinan, tatu indígenas, kinan tikiltzukulkiltamaku, tikiltzukulkiltamaku. Y es que ellos nos quitaron nuestras tierras, nuestros nombres, y nos dieron nuevos nombres, apellidos. Nos obligaron a vivir escondidos, a practicar nuestras costumbres a escondidas. Y nos barrieron, como acostumbran, a la orilla. Y nos fuimos a los montes, sembramos nuestras semillas y de los frutos de esas semillas se alimentaron nuestras crías. Con el paso del tiempo quisieron civilizarnos, encaminarnos a una religión, pero no fuimos. Nos negamos al bautizo y nos llamaron salvajes, indios. Quisieron educarnos y como ya lo dijo un escritor, interrumpimos nuestra educación para ir a la escuela y papá me dijo, hijo, háblales en español para que te entiendan. No hables en lengua, eso traerá problemas. Yo así lo hice por algunos años y quise encajar en esta sociedad y casi olvido quién soy. Pero hay un fuego en mi interior que nunca se apagó. Y un día me levanté orgulloso de esta piel morena y de la sangre que corre por mis venas de mi lengua materna. Hoy sé muy bien quién soy. Sé muy bien de dónde vengo y hacia dónde voy. Hoy sé muy bien quién somos. Somos más que indígenas. Somos originarios.
9:10. Muito bem, é assim que a gente faz com os nossos primos. Agora nós vamos para mais um poeta e o próximo para a competição é Zoe Roy. Zoe Roy é uma Nehiwa, uma poeta Nehiwa. E ela acabou de lançar o primeiro álbum de rap que nós vamos ver, que vai ser lançado em janeiro de 2022. Vamos lá, Zoe. Hoje escavamos a inocência escondida.
Welcome and take it away, Zoe.
Today, we excavate the innocence hidden beneath faceless institutions, repeating till you show us what you mean by every child matters, until it sits on your tongue too, so comfortably that it goes beyond pleasantries, becomes embedded in our policies, what Canadians want to see. something that is true. Slowly, we unbox these secrets as we mediate our shame, the truths that still hold our pain. They are significant, without exception. They are us, like children, our most honest reflections, memories constructed by blinders of systemic neglect, a reminder of how far you will go to protect Canada. Residential schools are but one example of our failure to respect humanity. We want to feel the foundation shift from this paradigm, heal with our relations as we lift our hearts through this time of truth-telling. Hi. Transcend into reconciliation, a place of belongingness beyond systemic alienation. We know that the power to govern is the power to heal. So your mandates for extraction are still a big deal. We demand to gain traction, to feel the wheel, take mindful action to reveal. We have always been enough.
Ooh, snaps for that. This is so powerful. And I just wanted to let everybody know that, if you want to find out more about these amazing poets in this lineup this evening, please go to the Toronto International Festival of Authors website, because that's where you're going to find a full bio for each of these writers. I'm not doing them justice at all, just by our time constraints here. So at the count of three, let's hear from the judges. 1, 2, 3. And we have a 9.7, a 9.4, and a 9.1. Come on, you guys. It sounds like you're enjoying yourselves a little too much. And this is stiff competition, though. Our next poet up is Sarah Lewis. Sarah is Ojibwe and Cree, and they come from the Curve Lake First Nation. And congratulations goes out to Sarah, because she's the newly appointed and the first poet laureate of Peterborough. Take it away, Sarah.
I'm the warrior cry that penetrates, swings, slings through your House of Commons window. Not uncommon in my bloodline, though. I'm the high priestess, the empress, grabbing glass ceilings on my way down, turned into a floor, turned to powwow grounds. I dance and stomp on top of shreds of the 1763 Royal Proclamation buried beneath my feet. Jingle dresses and fancy shells sweep the red-crusted floor. I crow, hop, stop, and point to every door, evicted of opportunity, every timeline, every generation eradicated. Here is where I stop and pray. I see my own fractured lineage covered up with a Band-Aid branded reconciliation. My moccasins reveal the mess you made crammed onto reservations. Crucifixes and crying eyes disguised as a friendly Thanksgiving dinner get-together. A dinner reservation we did not make, had no choice in the matter of, painted as a special seat by the door and told to leave before the main course. Leftovers presented on a gold-plated platter and advertised as the special. Starved of culture, love, freedom, our children, how special. But my ancestors unshackle us daily, have prayed for us for millennia. I am your Notre Dame turned to flames, the fire starter that won't get out of the house that shamed her, a ceremonial smoke medicine flavor, healing yet spicy. A lyrical physicist transcending truths through time and spaces that I now take up. A felony, if you dare touch me, burn hands will remind you that my blood still boils. And line acknowledgements aren't going to fix that. Because acknowledgements without change is like sorry without action. Assaulting the land and bodies of water is an attack on Indigenous women's bodies and communities. This is forced entry to our life givers. Indigenous women nurture our babies with ceremony, babies that grow because of places like Pigeon Lake, the same place where cottagers protest our wild rice monomen for being too thick along the shores for their water skis to get through, of course. The irony of their anger, having something taken away, as though their water sports trump our livelihood. You scream bloody murder and I scream privilege. Tired of being labeled radical because I want clean drinking water for our communities, for Indigenous women and men to be alive, to thrive, yet we're devalued by the blue lives that promise us safety. Tired of being punished because of pigment. But I digress. Indigenous women, the backbone of the body we've abused, holding us together in this rusted, gated, concrete-fused skeleton. They always call me back to my purpose, my power, my displaced body, my home. I forever owe debt to my aunties, sisters, grandmothers, friends. So this one's for you, Miigwech.
Miigwech indeed, Miigwech. Peterborough, that is your poet laureate. On the count of three, judges, let's have your scores. 1, 2, 3, here we go. A 9.8, feeling it. 9.6, feeling it. 9.6, feeling it. All right. We're at the end of round 1 of round 2 of the Coalkan poetry competition here, the slam poetry competition. Our last poet is Bobby Sanchez, who also goes by Bobby Sant. He's Peruvian American. Bobby is a 26-year-old poet, musician, and a model. And it's important that we say the nations of our southern cousins there. And I want to say where he's from. He's from Ayacucho, Peru. Take it away, Bobby Sanchez.
ICE stands for Immigration and Customs Enforcement, but maybe ICE should stand for Imperialist, Conquering, and Eliminating. Maybe ICE should stand for Immigrants Crossing Every Day. Maybe ICE should stand for Indigenous Children Executed. Maybe ICE should stand for I Can't Even deal with this white supremacy. ICE is not just an acronym. It is a symbol of injustice, a symbol representing thousands of dead bodies. ICE stands for Immigration and Customs Enforcement. So I guess in their eyes, if you want to immigrate here, you better get accustomed to being enforced by a law that has blood on its book, the pages so bloody, making the words of the founding fathers illiterate. Maybe ICE should stand for institutionalized colonization and extermination, initiation of a colonial empire, intergalactic conquesting enterprise, identifying cops everywhere. Maybe what we really need is an integration of consciousness and empathy, not immigrants continually enduring genocide. Every day, this country seems less and less like a dream and more like a horror movie, one where the children get separated from their families, put inside a cell, and left to die. Maybe ICE should stand for Immigrants Covertly Eradicated, introducing chess endgame, unjustly creating enemies. I cannot even believe that ICE drove down my street yesterday.
Oh, okay, and just ending us off with such a powerful piece. And I want to beg Bobby's forgiveness, and Bobby goes by she and her. So there we go. I want to correct myself with that. This is the last scores for round 1, and after which time we have a skilled, trained mathematician who's going to tally all the scores, divide it by 8, add 2, and then multiply it by 4, because 4 is a sacred number, and we're going to sit around and wait for that number to come up on our lucky tickets. But right now, we want to get the last score in place. Judges, please, at the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Show your scores. We got a 10, we got a 9.9, and a 9.8. Heck, what are you going to do with these scores? They're so high. We've raised the bar. The bar is so high now with these scores. So let's take a break with DJ Jams, everybody. And we're going to get the scores to you with round 2 with the next 4 poets, the final four poets.
Never protective. Protective. Ancient to future. Galactic Gala. We are star people. Sent to deliver a message.
Galactic Gala! Kita ko look.
Like a Tesla, out here messed up like a Mexican wrestler. This a gift from God, baby, I'm just a messenger. Elevate the flow, 47 gon' level up. Lord knows, I've been through hell to put it on. So if I don't want mother trucker, then bring it on. Sometimes I can't believe I'm the one they was sleeping on. To each his own, I deserve a queen, you pick a thong, I'm sitting on. And you know I brought the whole crew, just in case you try to get brand new. You never see me lose my cool. My pen's on point, got you under voodoo. Blunt loaded like a full clip. Swag sauce on full drip. Miss me with the ball. Miss me with the ball. Looking like who this? Talk about it, but they never gon' do. Miss me with the ball. Miss me with the ball. Everybody want the glory, but they don't wanna put the work in to keep it orgy. Switch the number up so them can't call, cause I hate a pessimist and can't stand a soft story. Lord knows, I've been through hell to put it on. So all you crap in the barrel can move along. When y'all looking for applause, man, I'm looking for summer homes to each his own. And this is why you always gon' need a loan. He alone. Blunt loaded like a full clip. Swag sauce on full drip. Miss me with the ball. Miss me with the ball. Looking like who this? Talk about it, but they never gon' do. Miss me with the ball. Miss me with the ball. I'm running through the jungle, running slave through the underground tunnel. Told y'all niggas better get these bitches, cause I spit till my lips need 16 stitches. I am lyrical intrusion. You bitches can't see me like I'm really an illusion. I hop up on your face and do my motherfucking two-step till I knock the meat out like a motherfucking toothpick. I'm nasty. Again, like Nas, like him, like Cassie pictures. Like I'm fucking Chris Stokes or that raspy again. Or the skin on the feet of a ashy hugging. I am whatever they say I am. Bumping like the asses on them thick bitches at stadium. Fuck them other bitches, I sound better in the place of them. I killed this shit. This the motherfucking rake sick bitch. Chicken noodle soup face. Clothes from overseas like a motherfucking crusade. Crack rockin', you can hit it till your nose hurt. Rooftop, Brooklyn. Made the shit in cover. I run New York. I run New York. I am 0 past 100, spitting like a dragon that we're missing from a dungeon. Y'all a bunch of niggas getting trippy off of nothing. Tie a rope around your neck and let me kick you off a bungee. I'm Satan, and I'ma take your ass to church now. Running my field and you niggas on your first down. I love it when these bitches know I'm better than them, cause they don't hear not a word or a letter from a fire. In the midst of the force round bitches and I rap elliptical orbits round bitches anaconda. I sit with an open mouth bitches and you bitches are lyrically like some fucking business friends. No offense, no shade and all, but y'all bitches on knees like babies crawls. You can catch me out in covert, chillin' like a stoop kid. Yeah, I hear you don't talk, bitch, do. Sick bitch, chicken noodle soup face. Clothes from overseas like a motherfucking crusade. Crack rockin', you can hit it till your nose hurt. Rooftop, Brooklyn, made the shit in cover. I run New York. I run New York. I run New York. I run New York, New York, New York.
So, okay. Give you some. So, okay.
and his minister adds that Canada will not be able to accommodate all Indigenous concerns. What that means is that they have decided to willfully violate their constitutional duties and obligations. Mr. Speaker, sounds like a most important relationship, doesn't it? Why doesn't the Prime Minister just say the truth and tell the Indigenous people that he doesn't give a fuck about their rights?
A good dance break. I hope everybody was dancing out there. And I also wonder how many people were dressed as Romeo Naganash this Halloween. If you caught the Romeo Naganash sample there, DJ Jams, give it up. That was really good break. And it's kind of, an Indigenous thing that we couldn't just break it down to 4 finalists. We had to go with 5. Because 5 is also a good number. It's not 4, it's 1 more, 5. So in our language, we say whisk. Whisk number of poets. So I'm gonna ask our esteemed, trained, skilled mathematician to please bring those names forward. Where's she at? Thank you for your skill. And the names. So we have 5 finalists for round 2, and they are going to present their second poem in the order in which they ranked, starting with the highest to the least highest. And number 1 is Bobby Sanchez. And number 2 is Juan Santiago Teles. Sarah Lewis is number 3. Zoe Roy is number 4. And Gasaneo is number 5. So let's start off with Bobby Sanchez and his second poem.
Hey, Bobby, why do you have long hair? Hey, Bobby, are you a boy or a girl? Hey, Bobby, why do you wear earrings? Hey, Bobby, you don't have to explain your culture. You are native, Kariwarmi, 2 spirits. You are reclaiming an identity lost in the past, resurfacing itself now in an era of representation. To answer your question, kids, let me represent. In order to reclaim roots, you must first rip them out of the soil, transplant them, water them, sing in your native language to them so they speak Quechua. This hair is like roots. Guess this body is Pachamama, Mother Universe, Mama Kia, Mother Moon. Move these oceans, let them soak these roots and watch them grow. When I was 13, a man that I looked up to told me that I should get a haircut and take the earrings out so I don't look like a faggot. I could understand homophobia from an early age. At my first job, after coming in with braided hair, boss tells me, "You look too girly." As if looking like a girl is a bad thing, I could understand transphobia from an early age. Boss later suggests that I should maybe dress up as Pocahontas for Halloween, as if the skin of indigenous folk is meant to be worn once a year for your entertainment. This hair is not a costume, and I am not sorry if this hair offends you. If these androgynous attributes make you uncomfortable, do not look down at me, for you will be looking down at Pachamama. Pachamama, let me represent my culture without asking me why.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Bobby is she, her. Bobby is she, her. I'm going to correct myself again for that. So judges, here we go. Round 2 on the count of 3. Let me know if you're ready, Teresa. All right, we got thumbs up. 1, 2, 3. Let's see your scores, please. Oh, 9-9, 9-5, 9-6. These scores have not dropped one iota. We're going to have another hard round of scores. This is the quality of the poetry that we're presenting here this evening. Next up, we have Juan Santiago Teliz. Juan Sant, here we go. Take it away. Round 2.
Kitiswa, kitintaku, kichichini, kitmaskuju, kituni, tuhashanana, kitiyat, kitshkan, kisalsintumpun, kushiyat maxkut, chaknak palka, hawachunash pulasni, puskat indígena. Ixoxanka kiwin, tisi achintasli, lachunanka kastinhe. Kit machita, kita kushtu, kita okno, kita tuno, kishaktingsa, kiti kushtul, kiti toknun, akatuno. Kit bushkantin patlake, naspunam kada chikni, ik amana katashkan, yatatuna taspitli, liwikachin hilini, titsake achintiyat, ik masro ashniktiin, kit indígena. Soy la noche, soy el día, soy el sol, soy la luna, soy el aire que respiras. Yo soy tierra, yo soy agua, soy semilla que nace, soy milpa, soy fuego, maíz y masa en el metate, tortilla en el comal, soy sincero como la gente de mi pueblo, hombres risueños, almas sin dueños, sí, ese soy yo. Soy guerrero, soy nahual, soy coyote, aullando en cerros, en el maizal. Soy un brujo, hablando al fuego, humo y copal. Soy moreno como esta tierra, fuerte como el trueno, mi corazón late al son de tambores de guerra, orgulloso de la sangre que corre por mis venas. Gracias a mis ancestros y mis padres soy indígena en cualquier parte del mundo, demostrando que todo se puede cuando amas lo que haces y estás orgulloso de donde vienes. Venimos para darlo todo y mucho más. Soy indígena en esta gran ciudad. Mi nombre es Juan Sant. Mi nombre es Juan Sant. Yeah.
Wow. Woo! Juan earning every point he's about to get. Fantastic. I am brown as the soil. Yes, indeed. On the count of 3, let's have the scores for Juan, please. 1, 2, 3. We have a 9.8, a 9.8, a 9.8, triplicates. Holy cow. They're getting in sync now. It's all going to be even scores for the rest of the evening. Okay, number 3, we got Sarah Lewis up in 3rd spot for round 2.
He injects into his trauma. The last 500 years and 5 seconds flash by in chemical romance, coursing his blood, his veins, his stomach pains and palms. Touches his bad blood like the priest that touched his childhood, that couldn't be purified by holy water, turned it red and reminded it that it too was stolen from the sacred rivers and land of the swampy Cree. This was my grandfather. This was me. It was my aunties Teresa, Juliette, Marie, my uncles Furman, Harry, and Lou. It was Tina Fontaine, Colton Bushy, Channy Wenjack, Pocahontas. It was you. And every soul found across that fractured map of separation, labeled as borders, a figment of their imagination and knockoff of our creation story. He is the red-skinned Indian they chant about, make souvenirs and hand them out. They want the majestic native, the creative, the spiritual, tomahawk warrior, crying headdress chief, the cultural teacher, preacher of the land, not the one with the bottle or needle in his hand, receiving handouts. And still, every child matters on campaign day, but pipelines and apologies are the only actions to date. He was the child that survived, and this is how he's been repaid. Except stories are not currency in his culture. You can't repay or own him, you owe him. And they identified him as number 154, had it tattooed under his sock, native name erased from memory, vocabulary, walks this street, this block, this 150-year-old country searching for that rock. Rock bottom is his resting spot. Shkodé was his name, because they knew he'd have a fire in his throat, would need to spit up his truth, let it burn. Little boy pained and hurt by all the times they told him he'd burn in hell if he didn't clean off the dirt. The brown. And they told him, repent, repent, but they put fire water down his throat, and he's been in hell ever since. This beautiful land, we claim our freedom and pride ourselves in diversity, at the expense of his freedom and because of his diversity. This country's existence relied on these children's lack thereof. Their backs say history so bad an unswept rug is burdened with its truth and stamped with reconciliation. But how do we reconcile a relationship that wasn't there to begin with? God knows you're tired of hearing sorries. So I want you to take them home, Creator, take them home. Brown, smoky-eyed babies born in cedar baths and smoke medicine-wrapped moose hide and buffalo fur. Take them home, Creator, to the place of 1,000 sunrise ceremonies. Sage and abalone shell dances towards the sun. Grandmother Moon gives her teepee teachings on courage, love, and humility, where resiliency isn't a label they gotta learn or have to be. Make them marvelous leaders in their next lives, Creator, because they're not just Canada's dark history or a shameful chapter. They're the seventh fire our prophets predicted, lifted from ashes and smashing stained glasses and taking their braids that were chopped off back. They are healing, pure love. They are here with us because they are us.
Okay. Watch out, Canada. These poets are coming for you, and they're coming here for us as well. How'd you do, judges? Were you able to judge that one? Here we go, 1, 2, 3. Let's see your scores. We got a 10. We got a big old 10. We got a 9.7 and a 9.6. We might be heading into late evening here with these scores, man. Well done, everybody. Zoe Roy is up next at number 4. And like I said, we have 5 poets in the second round. Zoe Roy with her rap album and her poetry album coming out in January 22. Take it away, Zoe.
My love waits curiously in the shade beneath the big tree at the playground. It yearns to feel the joy of the last monkey bar, of the fast pursuit to the bottom of the slide, of a new friend to swing with. My heart waits in the tree's shadow, fully braced, wondering what this is supposed to feel like. My love asks my heart, why don't we just go play? Quickly shot back with the tongue snap. My heart reminds my love that we are afraid. If you want to go so bad, then go. Escape. Just know you are breaking the last promise I told you we made. My love goes back to hide in my heart. My heart holds tight to my love through this guise of keeping it safe. Every breath it expects will erase a little bit of my shame. If I let myself down, at least I know I am to blame. My tears put my flame out again. But this is my safe place. At least these are the narratives that I've replayed. It is not enough to be tamed when my heart is wild like me. My veins pump this blood violently. I mistake the dance between the fear of being seen with the need to be free for anxiety. So I make friends with this tree. It's gentle in the way that it speaks. It's a giant like me, but so far from a beast. It doesn't mind my need to breathe. So it lets me lean here and catch my breath. Gives me air, lets me rest. Gives me shade. Shares its depth, makes me know it's trying its best, calms me down, makes me forget who I am hiding from. It reminds me that it will be here, even if I want to go out and play. It will see me slide and swing, and I can look back, and that'll be okay. I can make a friend, and that friend will have a name, and I can tell the tree all about it when I come back again. My heart has a lot to learn from this tree. Its ability to let me be free without judgment, welcome me back with an invitation to hug, and this is all my love is trying to be.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We're almost at the end of our second round, and our judges have had a hard time differing their scores. They've been pretty steady throughout. And I want to remember, before I forget, to say a great big nyawagua, a big thank you very, very much to the people who work in the house here at the Harbor Center in this theater. They've made the evening go so smoothly, from the sound to all the videos that you're seeing, to our sound, to these lights, to making us look so much more beautiful than we are, if that's even possible. But we do want to say thank you very much to the house here. Yes. Right on. Okay. We have to see the scores. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. The scores for Zoe Roy. We've got a 9.5, a 9.9. Just not even like getting there. Hey, Lina, that's funny. 9.7. A little conservative. That's all good. Okay, and we have our last poet here, who is Gasaneo Jade. Ganyagahega, Queen Poet. Here we go. Take it away.
My body is in fear of white men as their ways cascade over me, pinning themselves against my skin. I am not free to move as I wish, to hunt, to build a home, to govern this body, to soak my children in love and culture, because my whole world is immobilized. I can't seem to get them off my body. I can't seem to get them off my land. And so the white men clap proudly for other white men as they publicly conquer me, push my face into the soil I just so desperately want to protect. And then the earth grows angry, voices her concern with an early spring, a hailstorm, a tornado. She floods rivers and oceans because she is trying to speak to them. But the white men are not fluent in the language of consent, of survival. The white men are not fluent in the language of emotion, of earth. And so the whole country stands by and watches from their houses on stolen land, pockets full of Indian money, food in their bellies, and words like reconciliation spilling from their lips.
Wow. Okay. Gasaneo's not making it any easier either. And that is the last poet for the round 2 of the Coalkan Poetry Slam. 1, 2, 3, judges, let's see how you did. Okay, we got a 9.6, a 9.5, and a 9.8. A little sketchy, we don't see the 9. I'm going to assume it's a 9 there, Lina. Okay, and a 9.8, thank you. Okay, so the mathematician is going to take those numbers, put them in a wheelbarrow, take them out into the ocean, churn them up, put some butter on it, bring them back, and see what we get out of that. And in the meantime, we've got another dance set. So stay tuned, and we're coming back to you with hopefully 2 of the finalists this time around. Take it away, DJ Jams.
I know they're beautiful. That's why you want it. Stop taking it. Give it back. You see how we stand? Tall, perfect, straight back, broad thick blood, thick skin, thick blood. We're taking it back. Our water, our love, our blood, our women. We're taking it back. Our men, our children, our hair, our language, our food, our blood. We're taking it back. We're taking it back. We're taking it back. We're taking it back. Collaboration and appropriation. 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 Be yourself. Love yourself. Respect yourself. Respect us. You gonna know my name when I know my name. They all wanna play my game. My name, they wanna know my name. They know that we're not the same. My name, you gonna know my name. 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 My name, you gonna know my name. You gonna know my name. You gonna know my name. My name, you gonna know my. You gonna know my name. You gonna know my. You gonna know my name. You gonna know my. You gonna know my name. You gonna know my. You gonna know my name.
We're down to two poets. We were just discussing what's happening now. I mean, not a bad way to spend your Halloween, yes? I'm having tons of fun. Yes, there we go. DJ Jams. If you want more of DJ Jams, DJ Jams has a website. You can go on over there and www.djjams to hire yourself this DJ and to get in on more of that music. We're down to, hopefully, we have two of the finalists from the second round of poets, and we're just waiting on those names. Here they come. Here she comes again. I just like to bow to you because it's so regal. The names. Okay. And we'd like to thank the Academy for these two names here. The winners are in the second round. The last two finalists are Juan Santiago Teliz, congratulations, and Sarah Lewis, congratulations. These two poets will be going on into a third round to determine one winner, and that round takes place in March of 2022. And if you want to find out what date that is exactly, go to the Toronto International Festival of Authors website. Keep an eye open for that competition, and you'll be able to see who wins the final round of this Coalkan Poetry Slam. We do want to thank everyone for joining this evening from your homes safely, and also to thank our judges, our esteemed judges. I really just like to do this action here. There we go. Look at how lovely they are. and of course DJ Jams, and all of our hosts here. And thank you to me as well. Thanks, everyone. I hope everyone has had a wonderful festival. This is the last day. These people, the organizers, have been going for like 11 days straight with this festival. And that kind of stamina, I just didn't even know about, you know? So good on them. And I hope everyone gets a good rest after today. And we'll see you again for next year for the 43rd edition of the Toronto International Festival of Authors. Have a good night, everyone. Ciao for now. Ona gui.
morenos, los chicos sin pelo en la lengua y ya está. Somos morenos y qué bueno, no tenemos miedo, no tenemos nada. Que tu izquierda siempre fue derecha, me da la sospecha que tú te aprovechas. Tú nada cosecha ni prende la mecha. Ahí cuando fuera no te prendo vela. Baja y escucha la lucha descafeinado, tremenda trucha. Ya no hay excusa para ser blanducha, no se me confunda, buena capucha. ¿Cómo estás? No necesito estar high. Este sistema se cae si tú no compras. ¿Cómo estás? No necesito estar high. Este sistema se cae si tú no compras. Nacionalista, dance Papito. El amigo de todo, no amigo de nadie. Cántalo suave, escúchale clave. ¿Cómo se hace la clave y el paso y la llave para que todo esto se acabe? Todo se cae, todo se sabe. Irak, Haití, Chile combate a liberar este mundo completo. Si tocan a uno, tocan el pueblo. Internacionalista, anticolonialista, contra dominación, antifa, antifascista, internacionalista, anticolonialista, contra dominación. ¿Cómo estás? No necesito estar high. Este sistema se cae si tú no compras. ¿Cómo estás? No necesito estar high. Este sistema se cae si tú no compras. clap.